This program was made possible by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
When local growers put great food on Tennessee tables, that's living green. On the next Live Green, we head down to underground waterfall Ruby Falls. Next, we travel to West Wind Farms in Morgan County, and finally we visit Granddaddy's farm just in time for fall. All this and more on the next Live Green Tennessee.
Pick Tennessee helps you find local farms and farmers markets, plus offers tips for choosing, using, and storing the fresh foods you buy. The Pick Tennessee mobile app is available now on iTunes and Google Play.
Radon gas is a naturally occurring radioactive gas found in rock and soil and can seep into your home through basements or cellars. It's odorless, invisible, and without taste, and can damage lung tissue and cause the beginning of lung cancer, making it the second leading cause of lung cancer in the United States. It's important to understand how you can protect yourself, and the Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation can help you learn more about this dangerous gas and make your home a safer place.
What makes our state unique? Find out on the new Tennessee Channel, a statewide initiative by your public television stations. Each program is created in Tennessee, about Tennessee, and broadcast in Tennessee.
Hello, I'm Melinda Kiefer, and I'm proud to bring you stories from across our great state on Live Green, Tennessee. As America's deepest commercial cave and most visited underground waterfall, Ruby Falls has been a staple of Chattanooga tourism since its opening in 1929. But in 2007, the historic natural attraction began its Different Shades of Green program. The initiative has resulted in some pretty significant changes and is now providing a more sustainable, cost-effective, and educational experience for Ruby Fall customers from all around the world. WTCI's Emily Compton brings us this story.
Welcome to Ruby Falls. We're located in Chattanooga, Tennessee on the side of Lookout Mountain and inside of Lookout Mountain for our cavern. Ruby Falls is a naturally wonderful attraction that you will go 240 feet down an elevator shaft into a 2,500 foot long cave that at the end of the cave is a 145 foot waterfall which will be 1,100 feet underground. And I like to tell people in Chattanooga, if you want to find a natural attraction or an attraction anywhere in the world like this, there's only one place to go, and that's here at Ruby Falls. Ruby Falls, beginning in its existence in 1929, excavated all the stone from the elevator shaft and the walkways and built our Irish castle. So in 1929, it was probably one of the largest repurposing or recycling projects that I know of. So we've had a history of being an environmental company, and we have tried to keep the cavern as is over this 80 plus years. Over the last 5 years, we've realized that we cannot rebuild Ruby Falls or reinvent Ruby Falls. It was created by nature and it's a natural wonder. So we must conserve it as we go forward and create environmental standards in our operational techniques. So we created a staff program of about 10 key managers, and they all came up with 10 ideas to make us more environmentally friendly.
So what was and is unique about the Ruby Falls experience is the way the whole team got involved. We probably could have come up with a list of things that Ruby Falls should do. Some of them are pretty normal, like recycling more, energy reduction more, waste reduction, water reduction. But we knew, and Hugh knew, that he didn't know everything that needed to be done. So the way the employees, the associates got involved is a unique and a very satisfying experience.
Early on, we identified as the possibility of creating renewable energy as a key component in what we wanted to do. We researched and came up with the idea of putting in 90 solar panels on these roof areas, which had really collected leaves and cups and brochures and different things that people would discard. And now they're operational parts of our business in creating about 8 to 10 weeks of offsets of the electricity that we use in the cave. And now we have offset hundreds of thousands of kilowatt hours that we have sold back into the grid and provided green energy for EPB to provide to other users. We installed a new LED light system to light up the falls for our customers. The exciting part about that is we reduced our consumption of electricity in that part from about 20,000 watts to about 1,150 watts with a lighting system that has 50,000 light hours versus globes that had about 800 light hours. We also had approximately 500 incandescent bulbs throughout the cave that had about 800 light hours, and we replaced them with LED and CFL light bulbs throughout, which gave us about 8,000 light hours and reduced our wattage from 90 watts to about 20 watts per bulb, reducing our usage within the cave around 50%. We sought out several different companies to come in and audit what we were doing from an environmental point of view. We decided to go forward with Green Globe because of their expertise in the tourism and travel industry. The neat part about this is they challenge us not just in the electricity that we use, the water that we use, but they challenge us to encourage our employees to carpool. They challenge us to use alternative fuel vehicles, different ways of keeping our fountains clean outside. And it's been not only an environmental decision, but an economic decision as we were able to operate with much less cost going forward. One of the things that's extremely important to our customer is what we do with our waste materials. If we sell them a plastic Coke bottle, they will want to know where they can recycle that bottle when they're finished with it. So we had to come up with ways to recycle. Now we recycle just about everything that's recyclable. And we recycle them through the Orange Grove Center here in town, which enables them to have more volume to use in their program as well. We are set on a very historic site, and there are trails and pathways that were used going back to the Civil War and even before then that cross our property. We have partnered with several people. One is the National Park Service and the Lookout Mountain Conservancy to save the land that is around our property. And it's fun to watch people enjoy the beauty of Lookout Mountain and knowing that it will remain the same for a very, very long time.
Everywhere I go, people talk about Chattanooga as being the role model, and we are. Those of us who live in Chattanooga probably don't fully understand what a magnificent city we have with the things that are going on the riverfront, with the things that are going with Coolidge Park, with all the wonderful things that have happened in the city in the last few years. There are a lot of folks and a lot of organizations in Chattanooga that are responsible for this wonderful move towards sustainability. Ruby Falls is certainly in the forefront of the things that have been done and in their initiatives that they've done. Ruby Falls epitomizes the Chattanooga spirit.
Now we travel to Morgan County, Tennessee to West Wind Farms, where the turkeys and other animals roam. The owners of this small farm believe that providing healthy turkeys along with beef, pork, and chicken will give you a healthier meal. It all started with an effort just to provide food for themselves.
We got the name West Wind Farms just from the nature of this farm. The wind is constantly blowing here. It's breezy year-round. It's very nice in the summer, but the wind constantly blows from the west, and that was a predominant characteristic, and so we decided to apply it to this farm. My name is Kimberly Cole. Myself and Ralph Cole are the founders of West Wind Farms. We've been farming since 1996. We grew up in Knoxville and Nashville, and we worked in Oak Ridge for a number of decades as environmental scientists. While we were in Oak Ridge, we kind of got an interest in producing more of what we consumed. We thought that farming would be an interesting occupation. So we moved to West Wind Farms and started farming in 1996, and our business has grown ever since. We did develop a strong environmental knowledge, and we went to work every day. We came home, and we thought, well, we're working a lot for money to produce the things that we buy every day, but we could actually produce many of these things ourselves and have less impact on our environment. And so we brought that environmental knowledge that we had to apply to producing more of our own food. As we continued to produce that food, more people became interested in what we were doing, and really the business grew from that initial just wanting to produce for ourselves. Interestingly, we were vegetarian before we actually moved here, and what the land needed more than anything was to have continuous grazing on it. We started initially farming with chickens, but then we also started producing sheep and then cattle and then pigs, and so we had all of our own meat. We've grown into being one of the largest meat and poultry operations in the state, selling directly to the public. And now today we offer grass-fed beef, Berkshire pork, chicken, turkey, a little bit of lamb. We figured if we mastered chickens, we could master turkeys as well.
These are broad-breasted white turkeys, which are the standard meat turkey in the United States. There are some other varieties around, but these are the type that most people want for Thanksgiving, with the broad breast, with a lot of breast meat, that they provide a good, nice looking turkey on the table for Thanksgiving. As you can tell, these turkeys are outdoors. Almost all the turkeys in the United States are grown in large barns. They never get outdoors. So these turkeys have access to the pasture. Their diet is much more varied than a normal turkey. Most of our customers comment on the flavor difference between our turkeys and regular store turkeys, and I think that the flavor comes from the grass and the clover that they're eating every day. It takes about 14 to 16 weeks to grow out turkeys for the Thanksgiving market. These turkeys came in the mail in August as little babies. They'd just been hatched, and they go into a brooder where they can stay warm until they grow enough feathers. After about 3 weeks, they can come out to pasture. They can stay warm outdoors. So at that point, when they're 3 weeks old, we move them outside into these pens right here. The pens keep them safe from predators while they're growing up to size. They have their food and water inside there, and also there's no floor, as you can see, so they have access to the green grass that's underneath them. To me, the most challenging part of raising turkeys is when they're babies. Every type of animal has stages of growth. Some animals have strengths and other animals have weaknesses. When turkeys are small, they just like to think up ways to die. So through the years, we've lost a lot of baby turkeys. I think we have it down pretty well right now. This year was particularly good. This batch has survived and grown out pretty well despite all the frailties that turkeys have. The joke, of course, is that turkeys will look up into the air when it's raining and they'll drown that way, but they're not that dumb. They do have some smarts. For instance, when it's raining outside, they don't look up in the air, but they will go up underneath their shelters, even in the middle of the night. So that's, once they get to be this age, they're pretty well bulletproof.
We sell hundreds and hundreds every year. It's amazing. Of course, we offer turkey year-round, but the Thanksgiving turkey is the fresh, processed just a day before Thanksgiving, delivery turkey, and people love them. Since we started turkeys 17 years ago, the demand has increased every year. A lot of that is just people's awareness of our turkeys and how good they are, but also a large part of that is the growing local food movement, where more people are just aware of the health benefits and I guess community support that small farms and local food systems provide. Consumers can feel especially good about doing business with West Wind Farms because we practice more environmental practices than what many farms do. We have a solar array that actually generates enough power to power 4 residential homes every year. We generate almost as much power as we use. We also use solely rainwater collection. It goes through a small treatment facility that we have here on farm. We deliver thousands of miles every week actually. To do that, we use compressed natural gas vehicles. Many of the problems that larger operations, confinement operations in particular, have with livestock parasites or disease are minimized by the type of paradigm that we are using here. We rotationally graze our animals around on pasture, and so that they're constantly moved away from worm populations or parasites. And they have access to fresh air. They're not confined to ammonia concentrated buildings, and so they don't have some of the issues that different farms that work in confinement buildings have. When I was young, I would have never envisioned being a farmer. In fact, nobody I know would have ever, in high school, would have ever voted me most likely to farm. To make farming a profession was a complete turnaround for us.
Granddaddy's farm is a farm with 3 generations working together to diversify as much as possible what a farm can produce. From traditional farm crops to mums, nostalgia, education, and agritourism, this is helping visitors enjoy being outdoors and savoring all the good things that come from farms.
Well, for first, this is actually my great-grandfather's farm, so it is actually my grandfather's farm, and that's why we chose to name it that, because we always called it Granddaddy's, and when we started the agritourism, it just stuck with the farm. And I'm not the only one, my whole family's involved in it. Was looking at something when I was graduating high school, something else for me to be able to stay on the farm, and this come up, this opportunity did, and we took off with it. And we thought it was kind of crazy at first because we're actually a row crop farm also. We grow corn, wheat, and soybeans, and we have a few head of cattle and a wholesale straw business too. And so we really didn't have the time to be adding something like this, but we decided we wanted to give it a go. And so we've made time and hired help, and we're making it work and enjoying it too. He would think it was crazy to begin with, and once he started seeing everyone coming out and enjoying it and actually spending money out here, he would really enjoy it. I think he'd be out in the front in the rocking chair, greeting everybody as they come in. I think he really would have enjoyed it. Well, what our mission is to provide a good place for families to come out. We don't do anything scary or haunted, and we're just a good fall family fun place to come out. And we try to treat others the way we want to be treated, and we take care of our customers the best way we can. And we just want it to be a good place where people come out, spend the day at an affordable price, and be happy when they leave. We've got all kinds of things from hay rides and corn maze to our new hilltop hopper to pig races. We got the animals in the barn for viewing, all kinds of things. And then we got fresh pumpkin pie being baked in the kitchen right now. We've got all kinds of things. And also we got the fall market that has all kinds of new and interesting things to decorate your house for fall. We got mums. We got great big old mums down to our smalls are not really small, but they're what we call smalls, about 15 inches in diameter. All colors. We have over 35 different varieties of mums, two-tones, daisy-looking flowers. You got every color they offer. When we go to pumpkins, we've got over 100 different varieties of gourds, pumpkins, and winter squash, and from orange to pink, purple. We got all kinds of pumpkins. You can make all kinds of things. As far as our winter squash are great to eat. We got the spaghetti squash that people love. You can use it in place of the pasta, and as a great substitute and a healthy substitute too. We've got all kinds of recipes in the barn that are free that you can use with our squashes and our pumpkins to make. A lot of kids now these days, they don't have the access to a farm. They don't get to experience the farm, and they're the ones that are making our laws and stuff for tomorrow, and they need to be educated on what we're doing here too, and about agriculture, and because they're making decisions that affect us. We want to have an affordable place for families to come out and enjoy themselves, and we want to get more people coming out and enjoying it, so we try to keep our prices low, reasonable, and we do the best we can on keeping it affordable. And so we try to make it to where everyone can have a great time, and everything we add is for all ages. So anyone from a 2-year-old to a 92-year-old can come out and have a great time here at Granddaddy's. Right when y'all go back to school, you need to go ahead and start thinking about booking, because we do fill up fast, and to get that good booking date that you want, the sooner you get it, the better. And we'll book you in the spring if you're ready to book in the spring. With the school tours, they do get to leave home. The patch behind me is just for them, and they go out right before they leave, get back on the bus. They pick out their special pumpkin, and we write their name on the bottom so they don't lose it, and they get to take it home with them. On the weekends, our customers can take the hayride to the pumpkin patch and cut their own pumpkin out in the big patch, and we got all sizes out in there, from big ones to little ones too, so they can find the perfect one for their family. Our school groups, for each grade level that comes, we've got a curriculum geared toward the Tennessee State curriculum, and that's the way the teachers, when they come out, they're meeting their guidelines also, and they're not just taking a fun trip, they're taking a trip that they're going to be able to check things off their list to accomplish throughout the year. When I graduated, I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I wasn't real crazy about going to college. I didn't want to spend a lot of money on something I wasn't real for sure on. And this opportunity came about. We thought, well, we'll give it a chance. And through working with Palin Bartholomew in the Tennessee Department of Agriculture and Megan Brew with the Center for Profitable Agriculture, both of them, and with the workshops and the conferences that they put on, that's helped us to learn things that we couldn't other places, and through different publications they've made up, and networking with other friends and making new friends that are in the same business that we are, has kept us from having to spend money to go to school and learn things, and more hands-on and directly to the parts that we're wanting to learn about. Through the TAP, the grant funding, we are fortunate to be able to get that each year, and that's really helped us a lot, because there's things that we wouldn't have done that we are able to do through it. That's really helped us along the way, and our business wouldn't be where it is now without that funding. Also, our restrooms, was able to put them in through the funding, and that's made a big difference. It's helped our food sales also, and people are able to stay on the farm longer because they've got the restrooms too and not having to leave. Farming's more than just a job, it's a way of life, and it's something you have to enjoy. If you don't enjoy it, there's no way you can handle doing it. There's more work to be done than people can ever imagine, and if you figured out what you got paid an hour, it scares you. But we enjoy it, and you have to enjoy it. It's in our blood, and we'll always be farming.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of Live Green Tennessee, where we take you all across the state into the farms and businesses of those who are making the move to eating fresh, living sustainably, and help us all be more organic in our thinking and the way we live our lives as Tennesseans. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on Live Green Tennessee.
If you would like more information about Live Green Tennessee, please visit our website at livegreentv.org, where you can find everything from healthy recipes to past episodes and more.
Pick Tennessee helps you find local farms and farmers markets. plus offers tips for choosing, using, and storing the fresh foods you buy. The Pick Tennessee mobile app is available now on iTunes and Google Play.
Radon gas is a naturally occurring radioactive gas found in rock and soil and can seep into your home through basements or cellars. It's odorless, invisible, and without taste, and can damage lung tissue and cause the beginning of lung cancer, making it the second leading cause of lung cancer in the United States. It is important to ensure your home is safe with a free radon test kit. The Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation can help you learn more about this dangerous gas and make your home a safer place.
What makes our state unique? Find out on the new Tennessee Channel, a statewide initiative by your public television stations. Each program is created in Tennessee, about Tennessee, and broadcast in Tennessee.
This program was made possible by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.